Hello everyone! Welcome to Netiman Math Tutorial wherein you can find free mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Ang content ng video lesson na ito ay Grade 9 Mathematics under Term 1, Week 10 of the revised K-10 curriculum. For today's video lesson, we are going to discuss proving properties involving parallelogram, rectangles, squares, and rhombus. But before we discuss this lesson, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe for more video lesson. So what are you waiting for? Let's begin! The learning competency of this lesson is prove properties of parallelograms by applying the relevant theorems. Again, this is under Term 1, Week 10 of the revised K-10 curriculum. And for the objectives, at the end of the session, you will be able to, number 1, identify the properties of spatial parallelograms like rectangles, squares, and rhombuses. Number 2, name the parts of a parallelogram that illustrate its properties. Number 3, prove the properties of parallelograms by stating and comparing their measurements. And number 4, draw parallelograms, rectangles, squares, and rhombuses, then measure their parts to illustrate their properties. Okay, so let us discuss the different properties of a spatial parallelogram. So one spatial parallelogram is a rectangle. So what is a rectangle? A rectangle is a parallelogram in which all its interior angles are right angles. Sa ating previous discussion about rectangle, we talk about the opposite sides of a rectangle. So opposite sides of rectangle are congruent, at the same time they are parallel. So aside from that, another property of a rectangle is that all its interior angles are right angles. So let us illustrate the rectangle. So let us say we have a rectangle ABCD. So here, AB and CD are opposite sides, then they are parallel. At the same time, they are congruent. Okay, so aside from that, sabi po niya, the interior angles are right angles. So we have angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, they are all right angles. Okay? So here, if they are right angles, then the exact measurement of right angles are or is 90 degrees. So angle A is 90 degrees, angle B is 90 degrees, angle C is 90 degrees, and angle D is equal to 90 degrees. Another concept or another property of a rectangle is that about the diagonals. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Again, what is meant by congruent? They are equal. So let us say we have this rectangle ABCD and we are going to draw a line or a diagonal. So we have diagonal AC and diagonal BD. So according to the property of a rectangle, that diagonals are congruent or equal. So, meaning to say, AC and BD are equal in measurement. Okay, so if you're going to state here, if parallelogram ABCD is a rectangle, then diagonals AC and BD are congruent. So, AC and BD are congruent. So, if you're going to have that in a form of measurement, if diagonal AC is equal to 15 centimeter, okay, this is diagonal AC, the measurement is 15 centimeter. How about the measurement of BD? Okay, so the measurement of BD or diagonal BD is equal to 15 centimeter also. Again, the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent or equal in measurement. How about a rhombus? A rhombus is another spatial parallelogram. So, what are the properties of a rhombus? A rhombus is a parallelogram in which all sides are congruent to each other. Okay, meaning to say, when you say congruent, the sides of a rhombus are all equal in measurement. So let's illustrate a rhombus. So let us say this is rhombus CALM or rhombus calm. So in a rhombus, opposite sides are parallel and all the sides are equal in measurement or congruent. Okay, so here, if parallelogram calm is a rhombus, then CA or side CA, this one, is congruent to side AL, this one, is congruent to side LM, this one, is congruent to side is M or CM rather. So all the sides are congruent or equal in measurement. So let us say if CA is equal to 8 centimeter, then where is CA? This one. So for example, this is 8 centimeter. We are going to write it here. Then what is the measurement of other sides? So we have here side AL, this one is equal to 8 cm also. LM is equal to 8 cm also, and side CM is equal to 8 also. If you're going to write here, so we have 8 here, and we have 8 for cm also. Okay, so all the sides of a rhombus are equal in measurement. Another property of a rhombus is that about its diagonals. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. So again, what is meant by perpendicular? Perpendicular means it forms a right angle or 90 degrees in measurement. So let us say this is the diagonal calm. So CALM. According to the property, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So let us say, or we're going to draw diagonals. We have diagonal CL and diagonal AM. Okay, if this is a rhombus, then the diagonals are perpendicular. Okay, that means it form 90 degrees. Okay, so this angle is 90 degrees, another 90, 90, and 90 degrees. So lahat po ng angles na na-form ng diagonals of a rhombus are 90 degrees in measurement. Okay, so here, if parallelogram calm is a rhombus, then side CL or diagonal CL, this one, is perpendicular to side AM, this one. And the symbol again for perpendicular is this one. Okay, so if that would be the case, then if we have angles 1, 2, 3, 4 here, the measurement of the four angles are all 90 degrees. So angle 1, this one is 90 degrees, angle 2 is 90 degrees, angle 3 is 90 degrees, and angle 4 is equal to 90 degrees. Okay? Okay, so how about I-square? I-square is another special parallelogram. I-square is a parallelogram in which all the sides are congruent and all interior angles are congruent also. Okay, so let me illustrate I-square. Let us say this is a square MADE or square made. So according to the property of a square, all sides are congruent. Okay, so here, if parallelogram made is a square, then MA, this one, is congruent to AD, this one, is congruent to DE, this one, is congruent to EM, okay, this one. Okay, so all the sides are congruent. By the symbol, we have this symbol. Okay, ang symbol na ito ay congruent sides. And another one, angle M, angle A, angle D, and angle E are all right angles. So this one, angle M, right angles or 90 degrees. Angle A, angle D, and angle E, all are right angles or 90 degrees. So, yan po yung additional property of I-square. Okay, so if you're going to write in measurement, angle M is equal to 90 degrees, angle A is 90 degrees, angle D is 90 degrees, and angle E is equal to 90 degrees. How about in a form of measurement? Let us say if MA is equal to 11 centimeter. Okay, this one, MA is 11 centimeter for example. Okay, what is the measurement of AD, DE, and EM? So the measurement, all that sides are 11 centimeter in measurement. Okay, so if MA is 11, then AD is 11 also, DE is 11, and EM is also 11 centimeter. Okay? Another property of a square, aside from its right angles and all sides are congruent, is the diagonals. The diagonals of a square are congruent, perpendicular to each other, and bisect the four angles of the square. Okay, so ito medyo mas marami po ng konti yung properties ng square. Okay, aside from sides and the angles, and we have also four diagonals. Okay, so the diagonals of a square are congruent, mean to say equal in measurement. Let me illustrate again. So this is square MADE or square made. Aside from equal lengths of the sides and the angles are all right angles, then the diagonals. Okay, let us say we have diagonals MD and EA or AE rather. Okay, so these are the two diagonals of the square. So here, according to the property, they are congruent. When to say AE is equal to MD in measurement and also perpendicular. So if you're going to say perpendicular, again, it form right angles. And, okay, bisect the four angles of the square. Pag sinabi po nating bisect, it divides the angle into two equal measurements. So let us say we have diagonal AE. Okay, so and we have angle A. So angle A bisected by diagonal AE. Again, what is meant by bisect? When you say bisect is that it divides the angle into two equal parts. For example, angle A. Okay, this one. Buo nitong angle A. So here, pag sinabing bisect, so this angle is congruent to the other angle. Kung ito ay 90, di tagpo 45 po sila ng measurement. Okay? So here, another illustration. If parallelogram made is a square, then MD is perpendicular to AE. Okay, this one. MD is perpendicular to AE. And MD is congruent to AE. So, aside from they are perpendicular, they are also equal in measurement or congruent. And angle 1, 2, 3, and 4 are right angles. Okay, this one, angle 1, angle 2, 3, and 4 are right angles. Okay? How about if you're going to write a measurement? Okay, so we have angle 1 is 90 degrees, 4 is 90, 2 is 90, and 3 is 90 degrees. How about measurement? If diagonal MD is equal to 10 cm, this one, diagonal MD is equal to 10 cm. What is the measurement of the other diagonal AE? What is the measurement of this one? If MD is equal to 10, then AE is equal to 10 cm also. Okay? Again, diagonals of a square are congruent. Okay? And also, diagonal MD bisect angle M and angle D. So, where is diagonal MD? Okay, this one. So, diagonal MD bisect angle M and also bisect angle D. Okay? Another one. Diagonal AE. Okay, this one. Diagonal AE bisect angle A and angle E. So, this is angle A and angle E. The diagonal AE bisect that angles. Okay? So let's try to apply our knowledge about the different properties of spatial parallelograms. So find the measure of its indicated parts and state the reason in arriving statement or arriving measurement rather. So ito po yung ating first figure about a square. So the given is square dorm. So D, O, RM, dorm. Okay, and we have this one, diagonal DR and diagonal OM. So the two diagonals intersect and form four right angles or four angles. So ito po yung ating statement. Okay, so column 1 is statement and column 2 identify the reason of arriving on the measurement of the parts of this square. Okay, so the given here is OR is equal to 7 cm. Okay, this one OR, put po natin yung measurement 7 cm and DR is equal to 9 cm. Where is DR? Okay, this one. So DR, ito po ay 9 cm. Okay? So ito pong part na ito, this is 9 centimeter. Now, we're going to find the measurement of each question here. Side MR. Where is side MR? Okay, this one, MR or RM. What is the measurement of side MR given the two parts? Ano po yung given natin? DR is equal to 9 cm. Okay, lagay ko pala dito. This is 9 cm. Okay? And OR is 7 cm. Now, what is the measurement of side MR? So the measurement is 7 centimeter. So why? Kung OR ay 7, so MR ay 7 din, MD 7, DO is 7. So what's the reason? The reason is all sides of square are congruent. Okay, how about number 2? Side OM. Where is side OM? Okay, this one, side OM or diagonal OM. So what is the measurement of diagonal OM? The measurement is 9 centimeter. So saan po tayo kumuha ng 9 centimeter? Since DR is a diagonal of a square, its measurement is 9 centimeter, then OM, another diagonal of a square, is also 9 centimeter in measurement. Okay? So what's the reason? The reason is diagonals of a square are congruent to each other. Okay? Kaya kapag ang DR ay 9 cm, OM is also 9 centimeter. How about measurement of angle 1? Okay, this one. What is the measurement of angle 1? Okay? Angle 1, the measurement is 90 degrees. What is the reason why this is 90 degrees? Okay? Diagonals of a square are perpendicular. So again, when you say perpendicular, it form right angles or 90 degrees angle. Okay? Okay, so another one, rectangle park. So we have rectangle, P-A-R-K, or rectangle park. And we have two diagonals, PR and AK. And the two diagonals intersect at this point, and we name this one as point X. Okay, so now, we're going to answer the following questions and state the reason of arriving your answer. Again, first column statement, second column is reason. So we have given here. So ang given po natin, Px is equal to 5 centimeter. Where is Px here? From our given. So Px, so we have P and we have X. So this side, the measurement is 5 cm. Okay, we're going to write in the figure. So Px is equal to 5 cm. Another given here is angle PAX is equal to 40 degrees. Where is PAX? So we have PAX. Okay, this angle. So the measurement of this angle is 40 degrees. Okay. So from that two given, we're going to answer three questions here. Okay. Number one, side PR. Where is side PR? PR. Okay, this one. PR. So what is the measurement of side PR? Okay. And the given here is 5 cm. So if PX, okay, this one is 5 cm, how about PR, the whole diagonal? Okay, the measurement is equal to 10 centimeter. So what is the reason why PR is 10 centimeter? So the reason is diagonals of rectangle bisect each other. So ibig sabihin, ito pong sa diagonal AX ay binisect niya yung diagonal PR. So if PX is equal to 5, then RX is equal to 5 also. If you are going to add the measurement of side PR, that is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay? So that's why number 1 is 10 cm. How about number 2? AK. Where is AK? Okay, this one. AK or diagonal AK. What is the measurement? The measurement is 10 centimeter also. So how you get 10 centimeter for side AK? So diagonal PR is equal to 10 cm. Therefore, diagonal AK is equal to 10 cm also. What is the reason? Diagonals of rectangle are congruent or equal in measurement. So that's why if PR is equal to 10, then AK is equal to 10 cm also. Okay? How about number 3? Angle RAX. Where is angle RAX? So RAX. Okay, this angle. So lagyan po natin ng markings. Okay, ito po yung angle na tinutukoy niya. Now, what is the measurement of this angle? So the measurement is 50 degrees. Why? How about number 3 about rhombus mine? Okay, and this is the figure of rhombus mine. M-I-N-E. Again, there are two diagonals, diagonal MN and diagonal IE or EA or EI rather. And the two diagonals intersect at each other and we name that intersection as point A. Okay, ito po yung ating statement and the reason. So we have the first column statement. So given here is EM is equal to 6 centimeter. Where is EM? Okay, this one. lagay po natin 6 centimeter for EM. Another one, angle MEI is equal to 40 degrees. So let's see, where is MEI? MEI. Okay, mean to say this angle. So what is the measurement of that angle or angle? 40 degrees. So we're going to put 40 degrees. Now, we are going to answer 3 questions here. What is the measurement of side MI? Saan po yung side MI? Okay, this one. So what is the measurement of MI? Based from the other given here. Okay, so the measurement is 6 centimeters. So why 6 centimeter is MI? Okay, the only given here is EM6 and angle MEI is equal to 40 degrees. So bakit po 6 yan? All sides of rhombus are equal. Okay? Kaya kapag ang EM ay 6 centimeter, MI is 6 cm also, IN is 6 cm, and EN is 6 centimeter also. Okay? How about number 2 question? Angle MAI is equal to what? First angle MAI. So MAI. Okay, this angle ang tinutukoy niya. Ito pong angle na ito. So what is the measurement of this angle? Okay? The measurement is equal to 90 degrees. So again, why 90 degrees? So this is rhombus. Okay? So kapag rhombus at nag-intersect yung kanilang diagonals, then diagonals of rhombus are perpendicular. So that's why angle MAI, okay, this angle is a 90 degrees or right angles in measurement. Okay? Okay, so let us try to apply our knowledge in answering these exercises. Find the measure of each parts of quadrilateral. At ito po yung number 1. Consider the square corn below. Okay, where is this corn? Where is the square corn? Ito po yung square corn. Suppose that AR is equal to 19 centimeter. Where is AR? Okay, this one. AR is equal to 19 centimeter. Okay, lagay po natin yung kanyang measurement. Now, we are going to answer A, B, C, D questions. So, we have letter A, find AC. Okay. So, mula po sa AR na 19 centimeter, how to find the measurement of AC? Okay, AC ay ito po, AC. Okay, so what is the measurement of this side? Or if this line segment, if AR is 19, then AC is 19 also. Okay, right? Because, again, ano yung reason natin? Diagonals of a square bisect each other. So that's why if AR is 19, then AC is 19 also. How about find NO? Number 2. Where's NO? Okay, this one. NO. Diagonal NO or diagonal ON. So what's the answer? The answer is 38 centimeters. So, how we arrive at 38 centimeter? So, diagonals of a square are equal or congruent. So, that's why, if CR, okay, this one is equal to, okay, ito po, i-add natin, 19 at 19 din ito. What is 19 plus 19? That is equal to 38. So, diagonal CR is 38, then, we also conclude that diagonal ON is 38 centimeter also. Okay, because, again, diagonals of a square are congruent. Okay? So here, NO is equal to 38 cm. How about number or letter C? Find measure of angle CAO. Angle CAO. CAO. Okay, this angle. What is the measurement of this angle? The measurement is 90 degrees. Again, this is a square. Then in a square, the diagonals are perpendicular. That's why, okay, this angle, angle A, dito na part, 90 degrees ang measurement. How about letter D? Find angle AOR. Angle AOR. Okay, this angle. Okay, lagyan ko po ng marks. Okay, ito pong angle na yan. Angle angles A or R. So, A O R. Okay, this angle. What's the measurement? Since ito po ay square, understood na ang angles po ay all 90 degrees. Okay? At kapag may diagonals, according to the property of a square, the diagonals of a square bisect opposite angles. So, ibig sabihin, ibabisect po niya yung angle COR, itong diagonal na ito. Okay? So here, what is the measurement of this angle? The measurement is 45 degrees. Why? Because angle O is 90 degrees. Kapag hinati mo into two equal parts, then tagpo 45 sila ng measurement. Okay? How about number 2 exercises? Consider the rhombus back below. Ito po yung ating rhombus back. Okay, so we have BACK. Suppose that measure of angle BKX is equal to 2x squared. Okay, so BKX. So BKX, ito pong angle nito ay 20 or 2x degrees. Lagay po natin 2x degrees. How about angle CKX? CKX. So CKX. Okay, this angle. So nakalagay na measurement is 40 degrees. We are going to write for CKX that is equal to 40 degrees. Then the question, find the value of x. Okay, so here, ito po ay rhombus. At yung given po ay angle. Now, how are we going to calculate for the value of x? Of course, identify natin yung property ng rhombus about diagonals. So, yung property ng rhombus about diagonals is that the diagonals of a rhombus bisect opposite angles. So, ibig sabihin, itong diagonal AK ay binisect niya itong angle BKC into two equal parts. Okay. So here, mula po dito gagawa tayo ng equation from the given data here. Okay. So since AK ay binisect niya itong angle K, then equal po itong angles na ito. So if you're going to write the equation, 2x degrees is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, this one. They are equal. So to solve, remove the degree and the parenthesis. We have 2x is equal to 40. So to solve for x, kasi ang hinahanap po natin ay value ng x. To solve for x, remove 2 here by dividing 2 to both sides. So we can cancel 2, right? Okay, so what's remaining here? X is equal to 40 divided by 2 is 20. That's why x is equal to 20. So the value of x is equal to 20. Another discussion aside from proving properties of parallelograms is the midline theorem. So what is this midline theorem? The midline theorem states that cutting along the midline of a triangle creates a segment that is parallel to the base and half as long. So ano pong ibig sabihin ng definition ng midline theorem? Illustrate ko po sa inyo. Ito po yung simple illustration. We have triangle MAT and for that triangle MAT, we have 2 points. So, one point is along the side AM. So, this point is the midpoint of side AM. Again, what is meant by midpoint? In Tagalog, ang midpoint ay nasa gitna. Ibig sabihin, kapag nasa gitna, then dinivide niya yung line or side into two equal parts. Okay? So, ito po yung pinakang gitna ng side AM. How about side AT? This is the midpoint. Now, if you're going to connect the two midpoints using a line, just like this one, then we call this one as the midline. And if you're going to name the 2 points, we have midline XY. Okay. And according to the definition of midline, the midline XY is parallel to the base. Okay. So here, if XY is a midline, then it is parallel to the base of the triangle. The base is empty. Okay, so if you're going to write in symbol, ito po yung symbol ng parallelism. Okay, so in symbol, if XY, this one is a midline, then XY is parallel to empty. So XY is parallel to empty in this symbol. Okay, another concept from this midline or from this triangle, and we have midline, then the sides is, or the midline divides the side into two equal parts. So we have AX now is congruent to MX. Okay, and another, we have AY is congruent to TY. Okay, so in symbol, we have this one. AX is equal to MX, or pwede naman pong congruent ang ilagay po dito. And AY is congruent or pwedeng equal to TY. Okay, this one, AY and TY. Now, the formula states that for the midline, xy or midline xy is equal to 1/2 of MT. Okay, so to get the midline, ay kukunin lang po natin yung half ng base. Okay? At yung half ng base, yun po yung measurement ng midline. So let's have examples. Okay, so let's have example about midline theorem. Number 1, example 1. Answer what is being asked. Refer on the figure below. At ito po yung ating figure. At the same time, we have these questions. So in our figure, we have MAT. We have MX is equal to 6. We have AY is equal to 7. And we have MT that is equal to 16. Now, we're going to answer ABC questions. Okay, so here, number 1, or letter A. What is the measure of AX? Where is AX? Okay, this one. What is the measurement of this side, AX? If MX is equal to 6, then AX is equal to 6 also. Okay, why 6? Again, ang midline po ay midpoint of the side of the triangle. Kapag ito po yung midpoint, ibig sabihin magkapareho po ang measurement, okay, ng AX at MX, okay? So here to answer letter A, we write here, AX is equal to 6. How about letter B? What is the measure of AT? Where is AT here? AT. Okay, the whole side of the triangle MAT. So ang given po dito ay 7. Okay, AY is 7. Now, how about 80. What is the measurement? That is equal to 14. So why 14 is the measurement of 80? Because AY is 7, then TY is 7 also. If you add 7 plus 7, that is equal to 14. Okay? So for letter B, the correct answer here, 80 is equal to 14. How about letter C? How long is the midline XY? So gaano po kahaba ang midline XY? The given here is empty or the base is 16. So here, ito lang po yung shortcut. To get the midline, kukunin lang po natin yung kalahati ng base. Okay? What is half of 16? Half of 16 is 8. Therefore, xy is equal to 8. Okay? But if you want to try the formula, okay, itry natin kung tama pong 8 ang midline na makukuha natin dito. Okay, so here, xy is unknown and mt is equal to 16. Substitute po natin dito. So we have xy is equal to 1/2, then mt is equal to 16. Now simplify, what is 1/2 of 16 or 1/2 times 16? Okay, so kalahati daw ng 16, that is equal to 8. So xy is equal to 8. Okay, so paglagay natin dito, okay, 8. So half ng 16 ay 8, so ang midline ay 8. How about naman ang given ay midline? Hahanapin natin yung MT. So, papunta po dun sa baba, ta-times lang po natin. Okay? So, ta-times lang po natin into 2. Okay, so 8 times 2 is equal to 16. Kapag naman base ang given, midline ang hanapin, i-divide naman natin to pabalik. 16 divided by 2 is equal to 8. Okay? Another example, example number 2, answer what is being asked, refer on the figure below. At ito po yung ating figure, at the same time, the question. So we have triangle TMA, okay? Or triangle MAT, pareho lang po yun. And we have midline PQ, and the measurement is 11. Now, what is asked in the question? Find the measure of AT. So what is the measurement of AT here? If the midline PQ is equal to 11. Okay? Kagaya po ng sinabi ko, para makuha yung base kapag given yung midline, i-multiply lang po natin ito ng 2. So 11 times 2 is equal to 22. Therefore, 80 is 22. Okay? But by using the formula, PQ is equal to 1/2 times 80. So again, PQ is a midline, is equal to 1/2 of the third side 80. Okay, substitute the given. Okay, so PQ is given there, 11. So PQ is 11 is equal to 1/2 times 80. Then, paano po yan simplify? Itong 2 denominator, multiply lang po sa 11. So 11 times 2 here, cross multiply, that is equal to 22. And 22 is equal to 80. So yung 1 ay andito na numerical coefficient ng 80. So 22 is equal to side 80. Now, 80 is equal to 22. How about example number 3? Answer what is being asked. Refer on the figure below. At ito po yung ating figure. So we have triangle TMA. We have PQ is equal to 7 and PQ is a midline. And we have the base of the triangle 2A plus 4. Now, what is asked in the problem? We have two questions. Letter A, what is the value of A? Okay, this one. And letter B, find the measure of 80. Okay, this one. So here, for letter A, find the value of A. Ang gagawin lang po natin, we use the formula. Okay, midline, PQ is equal to 1/2 of the third side, 80. Okay, now substitute the given. So we have PQ here is 7. Okay, this one, PQ is 7 is equal to 1/2, constant po, 80. Okay, what is 80 or side 80? Okay, this one, 2A plus 4. So that's why 1/2 times 80, 80 is 2A plus 4. Now, if you're going to simplify, ay masosolve mo po yung variable A here, or the value of A. So how? So since we have 1/2 here, multiply po natin itong 2 sa 7. So what is 7 times 2? That is equal to 14. Okay? And then yung 1, magiging numerical coefficient na lang yan. Okay, so we have, since nawala po yung 1/2, yung 2 doon napunta, then yung 1 magiging numerical coefficient, and then we have the terms 2A plus 4. So i-remove na rin po natin yung close and open parenthesis. Okay, so here, next is you're going to solve for A. I-move po natin yung 4 sa right side o sa left side. That will become 14 plus 4. If you move to other side of the equation, then minus 4. Okay, so plus 4 minus 4. Then copy 2A. So subtract 14 minus 4, that is equal to 10. So 10 is equal to 2A. So what's next? Ang sinusolve po natin ay A. Okay, so hindi pa po yan ang computation ng A. May numerical coefficient na to. So remove the numerical coefficient by dividing 2 to both sides, right? Okay, so cancel na natin yung 2. Then here, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, so 5 is equal to A, or A is equal to 5. So to answer question letter A, what is the value of A? Then A is equal to 5. Okay, so how about letter B question? Find the measure of 80. Okay, this one. 80. What is the measurement? Actually, without solving, makukuha na po yung measurement ng side 80 without using this 2A plus 4. Okay, how? Ano po yung shortcut? Since PQ is a midline and the measurement is 7, then imomultiply mo lang yung midline ng 2, yun po yung measurement ng base ng triangle. Okay, so if PQ is 7, then 7 times 2, that is equal to 14. So 80 is equal to 14. Okay, but how? Using the formula. Check po natin kung tama yung magiging sagot natin na 14 ang 80. So, find the measure of 80. So 80 is 2A plus 4. Substitute the value of A. So here, 2A means 2 times A, and the value of A is 5 here. So that's why 2 times 5, then plus 4. Okay, so multiply first. 2 times 5, that is equal to 10 plus 4. And 10 plus 4, that is equal to 14. Okay, is that correct? Yes, 7 times 2 is 14. So that's why 80 is equal to 14. How about example number 4? Answer what is being asked. Refer on the figure below. At ito po yung figure with the given at ito po yung dalawang questions. So, sa ating given triangle TMA, we have midline PQ. The measurement is 3n minus 2. And we have the base of the triangle 80. The measurement is 9n minus 13. Now, we're going to calculate what is being asked. Letter A, what is the value of n? Okay, so here, medyo complicated na po yung ating given. We need to use the formula to solve for n. So we have PQ, or the midline, is equal to 1/2 times base 80. So ito po yung ating formula. Okay, so what is PQ? PQ is 3n minus 2. Substitute there. Okay, so we have 3n minus 2 for PQ is equal to, copy, constant, 1/2 times 80. What is 80? 9n minus 13. Okay, so times 9n minus 13. Okay, so after substitution method, okay, notice here, n na lang po yung natitirang variable. If you're going to simplify this equation, then that is the value of n. Okay, so how? So itong 2, since we have 1/2, i-remove natin itong 1/2 by multiplying 2 to the left side of equal sign. Ang tawag po dyan, cross multiply. Okay, so this will become, so nawala na po yung 1/2, yung 2 ay nandito na. Okay, so here 2 times 3n minus 2 is equal to, ang matitira po dito pag nawala yung 1/2 ay ito pong 9n minus 13. Okay, so i-remove na rin natin yung close and open parenthesis. Okay, so here, to simplify, simplify natin muna itong with parenthesis. Okay, so by distributive property, 2n or 2 times 3n, that is equal to 6n. Then minus 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. Ang tawag po dyan ay distributive property. So 2 times 3n is 6n, then 2 times 2 is 4. Is equal to, copy, 9n minus 13. So we have here, ano pong kasunod? We're going to combine like terms. So anong like terms po natin? 6n and 9n. Another one, negative 4 and negative 13. So we are going to combine that one. So paano? Unahin po natin yung may variable. Okay, so we have 9n here is at the right of the equal sign. So i-move natin yung 6n, positive siya, that will become negative. So that's why minus 6n. And then, yung minus 13, ilipat din natin sa right side. So yung 13 or minus 13 will become positive 13 sa right side. Okay, so positive 13, and then ito pong maiiwan dito sa left side na minus 4. Okay, so 13 minus 4. Okay, so here, you're going to simplify. What is 13 minus 4? That is equal to 9. And 9n minus 6n is equal to 3n. Again, we have 3 here, numerical coefficient of n. Ang hinahanap lang natin ay n. So remove 3 by dividing 3 to both sides. Okay, so we have now 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then cancel natin yung 3. So ang variable na lang ay n. So 3 is equal to n or n is equal to 3. Okay, so we're going to write it here. Okay, so how about letter B question? Find the measure of 80. So ito, di na po natin kayang i-oral kasi wala naman pong exact value between the midline and the base. Okay, so how to find the measure of 80? Okay, this one, 80 or TA. So using the given expression, 9n minus 13. So ilagay po natin dito. 80 is equal to 9n minus 13. Okay, substitute the value of n, which is 3 here. That will become 9 times n or 9 times 3 minus 13. So multiply first. 9 times 3 is 27. Then minus 13. So 27 minus 13, that is equal to 14. So here, 80 is equal to 14. Okay, so this one. Okay, so let us sum up the different properties of parallelogram, rectangle, and square and rhombus. So we have 8 properties, but actually, na-present ko na po ito sa previous discussion ko. But ito po ay nilagay ko lang for the mastery of all the properties of the different parallelograms. Okay? So we have parallelogram, rectangle, square, and rhombus. Okay, so we just check if this property is belong to this quadrilateral. Okay? So here, for number 1, opposite sides are congruent. So, lahat po ng different parallelogram here or quadrilateral, okay, ito po ay property po nila. Okay? How about number 2? Opposite angles are congruent or all are applicable. How about number 3? Consecutive angles are supplementary. So lahat po, parallelogram, rectangle, square, and rhombus, consecutive angles are supplementary. How about number 4? Diagonals bisect each other. So, alin po dyan ang applicable? So, all po. Okay? Lahat po ng quadrilaterals, parallelogram, rectangle, square, and rhombus, diagonals bisect each other. Okay, how about number 5? Diagonals are congruent. Applicable lang po yan sa rectangle and square. How about number 6? All sides are congruent. Applicable lang po yan sa square and rhombus. Okay? Number 7, diagonals are perpendicular, applicable to square and rhombus also. Okay? And last, diagonals bisect opposite angles. That is applicable only for, again, square and rhombus. Okay? Okay, try to answer this activity. Let's see how you understand the lesson. And this is the activity. Determine whether each statement is always true or AT, sometimes true or ST, or never true NT. And these are the different statements. We have number 1. Every rectangle is a parallelogram. Is it always true, sometimes true, or never true? Okay, here, you can answer first, then later, check nyo po kung tama yung sagot niya. Okay, for number 1, the answer is 80 always true. So, why always true? Lahat po ng rectangle ay parallelogram. Okay, number 2, the diagonals of a square are perpendicular. Okay, so this is all about diagonals of a square. Is it true na perpendicular? Yes, that is true. Always true. Number 3, the diagonals of a rhombus bisect the vertex angle. Is it always true, sometimes, or never true? Okay, the answer there is always true. Okay, so yung diagonals po ng rhombus ay binabisect po niya yung angle. How about number 4? Every square is a rhombus. Is it AT, ST, or NT? The correct answer is ST. Sometimes true. So bakit po kaya hindi always true ang statement? Every square is a rhombus. So may pagkakataon lang po na yung square ay pwedeng rhombus. Why? Because a rhombus, all sides are equal or congruent kagaya po ng square. Okay? Kaya ang square sometimes true na ito po ay rhombus. How about number 5? The diagonals of a square are congruent. Okay? So this number 5 statement, all about diagonals of a square. Okay, congruent ba? The correct answer is 80 or always true. Okay, so another one or another statement, 6 to 10. Number 6, every rhombus is a parallelogram. Is it AT, ST, or NT? The answer is 80, always true. So lahat po ng rhombus ay parallelogram. Number 7, all the interior angles of a rectangle are right angles. Okay, so lahat po ba ng interior angles of rectangle are right angles? What's your answer? Okay, yes, that is true, always true. Number 8, the diagonals of a quadrilateral are perpendicular. Okay, so yun bang diagonals ng quadrilateral are perpendicular? The answer is sometimes true. Not all quadrilateral, the diagonals are perpendicular. Okay, some lang po o ilan lang po sa quadrilateral ang perpendicular ang diagonals. Kaya, sometimes true. Number 9, an equiangular parallelogram is a rhombus. Okay, so what's your answer? The answer there is not true or never true. So, hindi po equiangular ang parallelogram or hindi po pare-pareho ang measurement ng angle sa rhombus. Okay? Rhombus has different measures of angles. Pag sinabi po nating equiangular, pare-pareho po yung apat na measure ng angles ng rhombus. Kaya, not true po yan or never true. Number 10, an equilateral quadrilateral is a rectangle. Is it true? What's the answer? The answer is not true or never true. So yung equilateral, quadrilateral ay hindi po rectangle. Ang tinutukoy po niya dito na equilateral, quadrilateral, iyon po yung square. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you learned from my simple video lesson. See you on my next discussion or see you in term 2. At salamat din po sa pagsubaybay sa aking video lesson mula week 1 hanggang ngayong week 10 ng term 1. So, good luck sa inyong first term examination.